Hey guys, it's Ben the Coin Geek at Old Pueblo Coin, and today I have something that you don't want to poke fun at, and it's something that I think many people might not realize is a really very cool series that the U.S. Mint put out a few years back when they were doing the coins for the presidential dollars. The ladies received $10 gold pieces that are half ounce of gold each. And it's pretty cool. A lot of them have really nice designs. Most of them you haven't seen unless you're looking for them. And let me tell you why you haven't seen them. Because when you look at the coins, many of them from the first part of the series only have mintages of 3,000, 6,000, things like that, right? And then when you get near the back half of the series, you're starting to see mintages in the 2,000 and 3,000 range, and even lower when you get back here into these last ones. Some of these are, 1,800 pieces. Pretty cool thing here for coins that you can still buy basically for bullion prices. You can get them for, whatever, 7 to 10% over the price of gold. And it's kind of a fun, challenging way, thing to put together. I think, and this is just all me thinking, which is dangerous, that there's a pretty good chance that this is the type of thing that if you're already buying gold, it's probably not too bad of an idea. There's a little spot on that guy to purchase stuff like this because you're getting it for the price of gold. You got another spot over there, and I think it has potential. So you're saying there's a chance. I don't have all of the series here, but I wanted to show you the ones that I do have. Margaret Taylor looks remarkably like Susan B. Anthony. I will say that. And they do have the, of course, date mint mark. There you've got the W mint mark on that coin. And then the president term and term time period. And usually they'll have, a lot of the president's wives were famous for something that they were involved in helping to start or found or fund. And so, whether it was a library or, the Red Cross or, oh man, some of the other, women's rights, voting rights. There's a lot of different things out there. Eliza Johnson. Also, I just kind of think, it was the images they have of some of these people are only so good. So sometimes I wonder how well they captured the images of them. And I just want to say at times it was a stern time to live, and faces always look so solemn. But part of that is because, if you understand the early photography, that you may have pictures of some of these people, their faces were, kind of frozen in time. And you didn't have the quick photography we have today where you can go back and edit. It was, hey, hold still while we take a photograph, because the exposure had to be open a long time. By the way, one of the things that's fun about this is getting to know some of the spouses' names. Garfield's wife, Lucretia. I didn't know. You're just jealous. I didn't get to know some of these different names that are on there. And there's some artwork being done here on the back of this one. Most of the imagery is good on both sides. Like I said, I didn't meet these women in person. I don't know, how realistic some of the portraits are. We already had Eliza. Because there's the violin on the back. Oh, by the way, they came in Unk. I'm going to show you Eliza one more time. I will say, I already thought Eliza looked kind of stern, but I'll tell you what, on the Unk version, she looks downright angry. So you can see the difference when you go to the uncirculated versus the proof versions, where you no longer have the fields that are going to have that mirror finish to them. It'll be a little bit different on those. And let me see, Best Truman. I had so many jokes running through my head right now that I refrained from saying. I'll just stick with Truman Show, and we won't go anywhere else where I'll get in trouble. The Whistle Stop Campaign. All right, now something else, 1948, something else for you all to look up. Teach us in the history books. Because oftentimes things have a name and it doesn't mean what you think it means. Now the fun part, what I consider to be the fun part of these series, for those of you who aren't aware, is some of the presidents didn't have a spouse, and the designs that were used on those were classic coin designs. So hello, this Jackson, the 2008 W version, you've got the polarizing figure there himself on horseback, old Dickory Dock. Uncirculated version, but then you get to look at the beautiful design here on the front. And so for those of you who haven't really considered purchasing these, but maybe you've got the 2021 Peace Dollar and Morgan Dollar, maybe you've got the 2016 coins that came out, or the 2014 Kennedy half, you know, the 2016s, there was that Walking Liberty and the dime and the quarter that all came out for the 100-year anniversary. You may want to consider looking into these. You know, if you've got the coin to spend on the coin, then you got to look at it and just say, these are pretty cool. Pretty remarkable designs, very nicely done. And just something else to note about buying the coin and not the holder. You may have already noticed that a bunch of these coins, you know, they might be 69s, but then they have problems on them. Buchanan's Liberty. I would have to look some of these up and see what the reverse represents, because, you know, I'm looking at some of these and I don't know what that is supposed to be depicting. And on top of that, the red book doesn't necessarily tell you. In fact, the red book doesn't tell you, right? Like, it just shows the name of the individual and then the depiction on the back, and it doesn't tell you what the imagery is. So, man, someone should write a book. How's that one? That one looks cool. And then we got the proof and the Unk version here on the Buchanan and the Jackson. Pardon me, Jefferson and Jackson. You know, proofs oftentimes are a lot more attractive in general. But in this series, I tend to find that to be relatively true. The proofs look better than the Unks, but some of the Unks are pretty nice too. So you can take a look and see. Yeah, I mean, I'm still buying the proof. By the way, in general, in most all modern commemorative issues, that's why you see this disparity. The in parentheses is the proof issues, and then the not in parentheses is the uncirculated. In pretty much almost every issue you look at, no matter what the mintage is, you're going to see that disparity where there'll be more proofs than unks because people are ordering the proofs. That is just kind of a de facto thing here when it comes to modern commems. All right, guys. So anyways, that's just kind of a quasi overview of the series, the First Spouse coins. Just some exposure to them if you've never seen them before. And let me know if you collect these guys. Typically, you can find them in the marketplace, from what I can see, from anywhere from about 5% to 15% over the spot price of gold, except for maybe some of the MS-70 coins might trade at a premium. All right, guys. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Ben the Coin Geek. You can subscribe by clicking on the owl button in the corner and watch more videos on the right side of the screen.